Because you have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things.
Because when they enslaved us, they took all of our wealth. We had a lot of wealth. Keep reading.
The children also of Judah.
Who's Judah? The American blacks. Keep reading.
And the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians.
Have you sold to who? Historically, when did the Arabs and the Africans sell slaves to the white man? That's your sub-Saharan trade, your slave trade right there. So this is Bible prophecy.
We got the keys to the kingdom. We got the keys to the
This is Ham in the Compact Bible Dictionary. Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races.
I mean, he's the forefather of the dark races, but watch this.
Not the Negroes.
But he ain't your forefather.
But the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites.
So you got a lot of Negroes running around talking about the Egyptians, but the scholars know that the Egyptians and the Negroes is 2 totally different people. So now read that right there.
This is from the Catholic Bible Living Way. Ham is the ancestor of the Canaanites. Ham was not the ancestor of the Negroes.
So letting you know that we don't descend from Africans.
No,
so
I knew that too.
So what happened was the native Africans gathered up the Israelites or the Jews, and that's who was sold. They never sold their own people. Like, would it make sense for you to sell your own aunt, your uncle, things like that in the slavery?
Well, it wasn't their aunts and uncles per se.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying it was a strange people.
And the people.
Well, nah, they didn't sell any of their own people. They sold the strange people to the land.
I already knew that. Most of the slaves in America was native to the continent already.
Well, we had
They brought some over.
Yeah,
but
they brought
a lot.
They brought millions over. And there was millions here that they enslaved, which are the Native Americans, which are also Israelites, according to the Bible. What I want to get? Joel. Okay. So I want to show you the prophecy about that. Because now we're dealing with dark people.
Joel, chapter 3, verse 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
So that's Jerusalem. So that's where World War III is going to start. Right now we're watching the beginning, like the early stages of World War III. That's going to lead to nuclear destruction of the United States. That's what the Bible says. Read.
And will plead with them there from my people and from my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations.
They did what with us?
Scattered among the nations.
So they scattered us among the nations. Read.
And parted my land.
Now it's and parted the land, because who's in the land right now? You got Edomites in the land right now, and you got Ishmaelites, which are the Palestinians and the white folks. Biblically, they're known as the Edomites and the Ishmaelites. What can you read? Watch this.
And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot.
So what that mean? They cast lots and they given a boy for a harlot. What that mean?
Meaning like they designated slots for
They auctioned us off, and then they made you sex breeders. Remember they had like mandingos and stuff like that? Keep reading.
And sold a girl for wine.
So you know historically they sold the women for muscadine and wine. So this is the Bible prophesizing that. Keep reading.
That they might drink.
Because they raped our women. So when they say that they might drink, it's talking about they party with our women. Keep reading.
Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon?
So now, Tyre and Zidon, this is where you have to have like a little bit of biblical knowledge. They are descendants of Ham. So these are true Africans right here. Zidon.
And all the coast of Palestine.
So now we're dealing with the Arabs. So we got 2 groups. You got the Arabs and you got the Africans.
Will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me, swiftly and speedily will I return your own recompense upon your own head.
Watch this, read.
Because you have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things.
Because when they enslaved us, they took all of our wealth. We had a lot of wealth. Keep reading.
The children also of Judah.
So it say the children of who?
The children also of Judah.
Who's Judah? The American blacks. Keep reading.
And the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians.
Have you sold to who?
Unto the Grecians.
So you had the Africans and the Arabs sell African Americans, so-called African Americans, to the Grecian. Who are the Grecians?
So the Grecians.
Who are the Grecians? Who are the Grecians known as? The Greeks. Who are the Greeks?
The Greeks.
Yeah, who are the Greeks? What nation of people are the Greeks?
Oh, today?
Yeah, today. Those are all your Europeans. We're looking at them.
Well, Greece was more than one thing at one time.
Yeah, it was. It got conquered. It got conquered by Alexander the
That's
Great.
why I'm like, you say
Yeah,
it was
so,
the Greeks. It's
but
like,
this is afterwards because this got conquered. They got conquered. Alexander the Great conquered Greece. That was Japheth in that land before. So now, when it says so, historically, when did the Arabs and the Africans sell slaves to the white man? That's your sub-Saharan trade, your slave trade right there. So this is Bible prophecy. So, and this is it's showing you when we got conquered out of Jerusalem, we fled down in here. So read that part again.
Yes, sir. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians,
And what they do with us?
that ye might remove them far from their border.
Because we were here in Africa, they removed us far from the border. They sent us all the way over here to America on slave ships. So that's Bible prophecy. You understand that? And that's what they know. So now let me show you what book I want to show you.
We're gonna be here all day. We go through everything.
Nah, I'm just gonna show you. I'm gonna show you one thing. Y'all go to church?
No.
You don't go to church? Okay, so I'm gonna pull that book. 'Cause that's showing you how they force us into Christianity to worship white Jesus, which we definitely don't do. All right, read this part right here. I'm gonna just read this part right here.
Yes, sir. All right.
Let's read from the various. Just want to get to the point.
The various shades of color observable among the Negro or African race tends to the same conclusion. Along the coast of Guinea, which is low, marshy, and hot, we find jet black complexions. And this is the very country from which American Negroes have been derived.
So now, we needed to read up. It's only read it right here, the Spanish. You read that part, then
Yes,
we'll
sir.
read that down.
The Spanish Jew is always dark complexion,
So that's what it was going into. The Spanish Jew. Keep reading.
and his hair is uniformly black, whilst the German Jew is often as fair as any German, and has,
So these are the converts that's in Israel now.
and has light or red hair with blue eyes.
Now watch this.
The various shades of color observable among the Negro or African race tends to the same conclusion along the coast of Guinea.
So that's where a lot of Israelites and Jews were sold to or gathered from. Read.
Which is low, marshy, and hot. We find jet black complexions. And this is the very country from which American Negroes have been derived.
So what does that let you know that the American Negro is an Israelite or a Jew? That's what the scholars are saying. When was this book written? Get the date on that
Yes,
book.
sir. This book was written in 1857. White eyes only.
White eyes on.
Well, most of what's in America is white eyes.
Yeah. So you got the flyer.
No.
You get a flyer. Take the flyer. So when you go in there, understand the reason why the Israelites went into slavery is because that's different. They broke God's commandments, and that is punishment for us.
What is a nation?
Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.